In this intense real-world encounter, a man filming near the UK Houses of Parliament gets stopped, questioned, and searched under the Terrorism Act. What begins as casual filming turns into a dramatic stop-and-search operation involving armed officers. Was it a justified use of Section 43, or a misuse of police power? Stay tuned as we unpack this controversial moment, break down officer tactics, and ask, when does public photography become suspicious activity? Let's roll the footage.
You'll find their link down below. Go show them some support, love, and watch the full video.
I'm just gonna let it do its thing.
You alright?
Hello, you alright?
Yeah, good, you?
Yeah, good man.
What are you doing filming?
Just filming anything I can see.
What's the purpose of that, if you don't mind me asking?
Just matters of public interest.
Oh, what public interest?
The public are interested.
In what?
You lot, I've got some mad gear on, man. You're making me feel a bit nervous.
Don't be nervous.
You got a gun, yeah?
Yeah, don't be nervous. We're from the Met Special Crimes Command.
Okay.
What's your interest in this building? Obviously, you're filming quite an iconic public site.
Yeah. Now, obviously, like I said, the public are interested. People want to know how their tax money is being spent, interactions with police.
So how does filming this wall gonna...
You'll be surprised, man. A lot of people watch it. A lot of people are interested. So
Have you any ID on you by any chance?
I don't have any ID, no.
Are you known to police?
No, I'm not known, man.
You've never been arrested?
Never. No, I've been arrested. I've never been charged.
Okay. We'll do a quick check on you to make sure everything's all legit.
I'm not going to give any details.
Why is that?
I don't need to. I haven't committed a crime.
Well, you're right.
You're saying as if like it's like my obligation to give my details.
No, I'm not saying that at all. You haven't
You
committed a
identify
crime, but
yourself?
Obviously, what you're doing is quite suspicious, isn't it?
But I've explained it, to be fair. Could you identify yourself?
I'm PC Campbell. I said that originally.
Campbell, alright, thank you, sir. And you, miss?
Easy Martin.
Martin, okay.
Just to satisfy ourselves that you're here for legitimate
Yeah,
cause,
yeah.
you are going to be detained for the purpose of a search under the Terrorism Act.
I'm going to be detained for a search.
Under the Terrorism Act.
Yeah.
Here's where things escalate quickly. The man is calmly filming in public, something generally legal in the UK. When police approach and question him, his refusal to provide ID isn't unlawful, since he hasn't committed a crime. But then, the officers decide to detain and search him under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act. Let's break that down. Section 43 allows officers to stop and search individuals only if they reasonably suspect involvement in terrorism. But what exactly looks suspicious? A man with a camera? Wearing mad gear? That's a gray area, and it's why this kind of footage sparks so much public debate. Do you think the officers had reasonable suspicion here, or was this an overreach?
Right, you can search me. Can I just keep this rolling?
You can, but you can't prop the search, or I can prop it somewhere you want. You can put it down there.
Can I put it down?
Yeah, you can
If you want.
There's no need to search me under Terrorist Act, you know.
Well, like I say, you're not being very... No, but you need to have quite a basic ground. You're filming our ground. You're filming our public site. You're not giving us any information on ground. You're not giving us any information on the phone. You're not sure. The only way that we can satisfy something, you're not here for a criminal purpose. Yeah, I know you're saying that. You can't tell much. Oh, I told you. No, listen, I'm PC Campbell from Special Crimes Command. It's up to me if I put a mask on. But respect my privacy. You haven't got grounds, by the way. I told you my grounds already. What are your grounds? Filming not grounds. You're filming. Grounds are based on objective facts. What facts have you got? I'm not a terrorist, man.
That's not what he said, alright?
Oh, you were searching under Terrorist Act?
So Terrorist Act, what section? You have to reasonably suspect that. What reason? After reasonably suspect that you're here for a police investigation? No, that I'm a terrorist. You're using Section 43. You've got a reason to suspect that you're here to carry out a police investigation. It's not illegal to participate. You said Section 43. I'm told you that I'm a terrorist. The reason to say you're here for I'm not a terrorist. There's no reason to suspect that I'm a terrorist.
Not going, man.
You don't have ground. You don't have ground.
We're filming a site. We're filming a site. You can't tell us why you're filming.
I told you, Matt, you haven't got ground.
But this was
It's an illegal search, you know this is an unlawful search. I told you the ground's ready, man. The unlawful search is detention. And these, what are these? Another bit of the shorts. Have you got pockets in there? No, I don't. It's an unlawful search. It is.
I can't see
You
why
ain't
filming
got
that.
reasonable suspicion, you ain't got ground. Grounds are based on objective facts. There's no facts that pertain to me as a terrorist. No, suspicion is based on grounds, which are based on objective facts, not subjective facts. Are you happy I'm not a terrorist? Grab the phone.
Grab the phone. You're not staying here for the time being with us. Bear me
What
for
do you
a
mean I'm
second.
still staying here for the time being? You search me, you're happy that I'm not a terrorist, I'm going.
I'm going to confirm that you're not committing offences for that purpose.
I'm not committing an offence.
I'm going to confirm that for that purpose.
Come on, man. What you just done was unlawful. What you just
It
done
wasn't
was
unlawful.
illegal.
I've told
You
you
have
the
not got
legality for it.
grounds, mate.
If you want a copy
Public
of the
photography is not.
you can collect it from
I do want.
anybody.
I want a copy of the search.
Well, you
You
can
didn't
collect
say
it
what
from
were you
anybody
expecting to
in
find then? What were you expecting to find?
Evidence that suggests that you're here for a terrorist purpose. I'm
No,
explaining
what
to you.
specific item?
Any evidence that suggests that you're here for a terrorist
You
purpose.
didn't tell me that. You just went ahead and done it.
Are you happy with
Nah, that's not cool, bro. That's not cool, man. Alright, that's not cool, you know. No, that's not cool. No. Can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. What you've just done is unlawful. You can't do that. You've let them get on with it, so you're culpable as well. You can't do that.
Right, as I explained,
Can't
you're
do that.
filming this site and you can't
I don't
justify
care.
why you're filming
I don't
it.
care.
You're
I've told
saying
you why I'm
it's
filming. I've told you why I'm
interesting.
filming. You can hold that one second. I'm just gonna put my jacket
You're
up.
put on the floor, mate. Just put it where you are.
No, wait, that's not cool, you know. You can't do that. I'm just gonna zip my jacket up.
Yeah, just put it on the floor. That's it. I'm stood here. I'm going
You're gonna
anywhere.
wear gloves. Can't be doing that.
So we are filming everything as well. Please, it's not, we're not doing anything.
You don't have grounds. You didn't have grounds to just do that. You didn't have grounds to do that. Public photography isn't a crime.
As I explained though, as you were filming.
So what are the
this-
grounds then? What are the grounds?
My colleague explained it to you. You've got it
What?
on your camera.
Filming outside? No. That's not grounds. That's not grounds. Grounds are based on objective facts. Section 43 of the Terrorist Act 2000, yeah? Section 44 was repealed by the European Court of Human Rights because you lot were doing this, and now you're using...
Tension builds. The man objects vocally to being searched, asserting he hasn't done anything wrong. He's right to cite that public photography isn't a crime, and under law, mere filming of secure buildings isn't enough to justify detention. Yet, the officers press forward. He accuses them of acting without sufficient grounds. His reference to Section 44, repealed in 2010 for being too broad, is spot on. But they're using Section 43, which still requires a strong individual suspicion. So here's the key question. Did the officers genuinely suspect hostile reconnaissance? Or was this just a cover for controlling public filming?
Section 43.
said
I know you didn't. I was just saying Section 44 was repelled
Yeah, I know it was.
for this reason.
Well,
For
no,
stopping
it
photographers and that. Yeah,
Well,
no,
no,
what you done is not
it
cool. I'm
wasn't.
sure you're a good guy in that, but this wasn't
It
cool.
was stopped because people were using it for search people with no
Listen,
grounds. That's
we
what
had a
required. We have
conversation
grounds
and
for
I
search.
told you don't have grounds, mate.
We do have grounds.
You don't have
might
grounds,
have given
mate.
us a reason.
You don't have grounds, mate.
You might have given us a reason, but it's not a satisfactory reason, is it? You've told us that you're here to film public interest. You're filming a wall, which is a secure gate into the House of Parliament.
But I can see it from Google Maps,
Yeah,
mate.
you might be able to. That doesn't give you reason to conduct hostile reconnaissance of it, does it?
It's not hostile reconnaissance,
Well,
mate. Don't talk nonsense,
I
man.
can't confirm that because I've
rubbish,
asked
man.
you for your details to do some checks and you refuse to give us any details.
I ain't giving you
So,
details.
Exactly. So how do I then prove that you're not here for a terrorist purpose without searching to make sure you've not got anything terrorist related on you at the minute? Answer me that question.
Because filming in
Because.
public isn't grounds.
Well, you're not filming in public, are you?
I am filming in public. This is a public footpath.
You were filming the footpath when we pulled up. You were filming into that gate, which is a protected premises of the House of Parliament. So how do I confirm that you're not here for a
I've got my
terrorist
rights.
purpose?
I've got
without
my rights to
You might
film.
have your rights, so they haven't been violated. So
They have been violated. That was an
everything
unlawful
we've done
search because filming
Well,
isn't
it
grounds.
wasn't. And I've told
Filming
you a
isn't
number of
grounds.
times why.
Filming isn't grounds.
I've told you a
Filming
number of
isn't
times why
grounds.
it's not
Filming
why it's
isn't
not
grounds.
unlawful.
Filming from
You can say
public
that
isn't
all you
grounds.
like,
Bro,
but
I can
if
see
you're-
it. All this, I can see it on Google Maps.
Yeah, no, and
I can see it from
I need to
Google
confirm
Maps.
that you're not here to conduct hostile reconnaissance.
I'm
of
not
that,
doing a
of
hostile
this.
reconnaissance.
How do I know that?
We're talking on a normal
How
one.
do
You
I
ain't
know
been
that?
rude.
without
I ain't
checking
been
it?
rude.
How do I know that?
Because you know, man. Deep
How
down,
do
you
I
know
know?
I'm not a terrorist. You know
How do I know that you're not
You
a
didn't even
terrorist?
put me in cuffs, bro.
I didn't need to. If I put you in cuffs, I guarantee you would have complained about that as well.
Yeah, I would have
If you,
complained.
if you presented a threat to me, I
Like I said, I ain't got an
probably
issue
would have
with
put you on
you.
the floor, but you didn't present a threat to me, did you? So I don't need to use that level of force against
Yeah, because
do
you
I?
knew I wasn't a terrorist.
I didn't know you weren't a terrorist until I
Then
searched
what, you should have
to
put me on.
confirm that.
I hope you would put a terrorist on the floor, man.
But if you were a terrorist,
If you
conduct-
genuinely
if you
believe
were
that I was a
conducting
terrorist.
active terrorism, I would have put you on the floor
No, but you searched me under a terrorist legislation.
because I believe that you were conducting hostile reconnaissance to the House of Parliament.
Okay, House of the Parliament. I thought that was Scotland Yard.
This isn't Scotland Yard.
Nah.
Nope.
Okay.
Scotland Yard is very clearly signposted. It's a bit further down the road.
I thought that's New Scotland Yard, literally right there.
You were filming into that gate, weren't you? That's not
Either way,
That's
man.
not Scotland Yard. That's what I'm
Swings
saying
of,
to you.
I'm still in public though. I can film all this stuff. What about the tourists and that taking
Listen,
photos of
you-
London
you-
Eye?
you can
Are they
film-
going to attack? What about them people taking photos of
Listen,
London Eye?
you can film it all you like, but all I'm saying is don't be surprised if you get police attention because we suspect that you're conducting hostile reconnaissance.
Yeah, but you didn't have to search me, man. You didn't have to
search
detain
you.
me in that.
How do I confirm otherwise that you're not conducting
Because
hostile
you spoke
reconnaissance?
to me and I gave a reasonable explanation.
And how do I confirm that without you giving me information for me to check on our system to suggest that you're not, wanted or known to
I'm not
terrorists?
wanted, I'm
Yeah,
not
but you
known
can
to
tell me that,
terrorism.
but people lie to me all the time, don't they?
You can use your judgment, man. I feel like you know that I'm not a threat, really.
I don't know you. I've never met you before. So you can use your
Despite
judgment.
that, you still didn't put me in cuffs.
So-
Fair play. Despite that, you didn't put me in
I
cuffs.
didn't need to put you in cuffs. If I needed to put you in cuffs, I would have put you in cuffs.
Do you want a
I
copy?
don't doubt that, man.
Do you want a copy of your search slip?
Yes, please.
Stand by.
What are you lot, firearm squad? Have you let off one of them before?
Not at a person.
Not that person. You're not going to start today, no?
No.
All right, good.
No. Ideally not. We don't go out with that aim. It's that they're
No. I'm just messing. So were you called out here or were you just passing by?
No, we got caught. We were.
You were.
Let's focus on the moment where the officer says, "I didn't know you weren't a terrorist until I searched you." That's a dangerous precedent. The law doesn't allow searches just because you can't prove you're not a terrorist. It's supposed to work the other way around. This inversion of suspicion flips legal protections on their head. Still, to their credit, the officers did not escalate with force and remained professional throughout. But the slippery slope of better safe than sorry policing? That's what raises alarms.
What, and they told armed response to come out?
We were around the corner, so we've come to it. Like I said,
Is that bulletproof, that? Is that bulletproof?
I don't know. Don't know much about class.
Fair enough.
No, it's just because obviously our colleagues behind the gate, so it's easier for us to come and deal with you and speak to you when.
Yeah. Again, like that wasn't all needed. Like
I appreciate
it was
that,
inappropriate.
What's interesting to film, and the fact that you can't tell us
The public interest of the public are interested in stuff like this.
Like
Interactions with police, how police deal with public photographers, stuff like that. Is that right, Campbell? Yeah. Can I get a slip? Alright, cool. So what? Can I continue filming now?
You can film when you're out.
Yeah. All right. Like, whilst I don't feel like you should have used the legislation, on the contrary, you've been all right. You've been all right. You know what I mean? Like, you have actually been quite, like, despite doing all that, you two have been all right. So I don't have any complaints about that. But
You seem to know a lot about our powers and what we're doing.
no, of course I do. Why else would I come here and do this? Like I was telling her, like, you've been all right for the most part. Whilst I don't agree that you should have
For the
used Section
most part?
43, you've been like, you haven't used force, you haven't tried to bully me or nothing. So I do appreciate that.
We've been alright.
I want you to-
We've been alright for the whole entire search, I suggest.
Who, you or me?
Both of us.
Yeah,
You've tried to be a bit difficult,
Come on.
but our job is to know our powers.
Yeah, all right.
What's your surname?
So do I have to give my name to get the I'll give you a name. It won't be my actual details.
You're not gonna give us your real name.
Nah.
Okay.
Just put it down as Kolee, Kolee.
Is that your surname or your
No,
first name?
that's not my real name. That's just the nickname.
So what do you want? What do you want to give me as your full surname?
Lee, Lee.
At the end of the day, this incident highlights a real tension between public rights and public safety. The man was never charged, and the officers, though professional, invoked a controversial law in a debatable context. It raises hard questions. Should public filming near secure sites always trigger suspicion? Are stop-and-search powers being overused? And how do we strike a balance between liberty and security? Let us know what you think in the comments. If you found this breakdown as intense as we did, hit that like button, share this video with someone who needs to see it, and don't forget to subscribe for more real-life bodycam breakdowns.